Hello everybody, my name is Gielen from the University of Hasselt and I would like to thank you to invite me to speak in the International Conference on Distance Education and E-Learning. First of all, I would like to apologize that I could not be present as this time of the year is extremely busy and currently me and my colleagues we are in Vietnam because we are taking care of a workshop at the University of Hue about educational innovation. In my presentation, I would like to speak a bit more about the added value of MOOCs in distance learning, because currently we are developing the very first MOOC at the University of Hasselt, and I would like to share you my experience and our knowledge about it. First of all, what is a MOOC? I think most of you already have heard about the concept of massive open online courses, which are very interesting because literally all institutions can offer freely their content to everywhere in the world. Yeah? People can register however they feel like about a certain topic they feel like. So in a way we can say that MOOCs gives a lot of freedom to students to actually follow what they really are interested in. Therefore, I would like to talk a little bit about the idea behind MOOCs and especially the intention we have at the University of Hasselt of developing this MOOC. Yeah. As you can see, MOOCs are in a way free education for all because we develop a course and we make it available for anyone who is literally interested in the world to learn more about a specific topic. Yeah. As you know, on Google, if you search, there are MOOCs about literally everything. This MOOC we developed is about transportation sciences. Yeah. Now, why did we actually develop it? University of Hasselt is a rather small and a rather young university, and therefore we don't have as much as students sometimes as we literally want. So therefore we could use the MOOC in a way as part of our marketing strategy to attract students, but also that they get to know more about what we actually want to offer them. For this reason, we can say that MOOCs are a great tool for actually informing students about what to expect when they make a particular study choice, because it gives them a bit more the idea of what the program will actually cover. But also, and quite important, it also gives students an idea about what level we expect from them if they want to actually pass the program. Yeah? Therefore, we could summarize that the intention of the MOOC at the University of Hasselt is twofold. First of all, it's attracting students, but on the other hand, it's also selecting students because they have to participate in assignments and quizzes where they have to show that they actually grasp the knowledge. Okay. First of all, I would like to show you the video we use on the internet and in which we present what our MOOC is about. And therefore, I would like to show you this particular movie as well.
Did you know that transport is a vital aspect in our daily life? Especially considering the challenges we face. The world population is growing and income and motorization levels increase. This results in problems of congestion, emissions, and road accidents. It's clear, transport is without a doubt one of our future most important challenges. In order to take part in social, cultural and economic activities, an effective transport system should be safe, clean, fast and affordable. Failing to do so will lead to even more lost time in traffic, increasing road accident levels, global warming and rising transportation costs. Are you fascinated to learn more about transport systems and policy, their driving factors, and their impact on accessibility, safety and the environment? Then you should enroll in this inspiring MOOC.
At this MOOC, you will be guided through 6 modules of 2 weeks each. All the materials, such as presentations, papers and videos, are freely available. In order to earn a badge for a specific module, You will be invited to interact through discussion and peer feedback and view of individual and collaborative learning activities. When you manage to complete the MOOC successfully, you have already finished a substantial part of the program that is required to start the Masters in Transportation Science here at Hasselt University.
Are you interested in shaping the future of transportation in your local environment? Then please enroll in this MOOC of Transportation Sciences.
We wish you an interesting journey through the rest of this course.
So, as you can see, this is the teaser we make available for the world to attract students so they get to know about the MOOC. In the following part, I will go a bit more into detail about, for example, how the scenarios build up and what we expect from students. Okay, so as summarized in the video, the MOOC consists out of 6 modules who last for 2 weeks each. This means that the MOOC takes up 12 weeks in total, and we expect, in order to pass for a particular module, that students spend like 20 hours on each module. Each module is built up on a fixed scenario. Yeah? First of all, we always start with a teaser video in which we introduce a particular topic, and we also mention who is giving the topic, but we also state what will be the content of this particular topic, but also what is expected from them. Yeah? So the fixed scenario of the module looks like this. After the teaser video, we will introduce the topic. This could be like a documentary or a paper to read, or something where we try to trigger students or try to make a connection with their understanding. Yeah? Following, we offer them learning material. This usually goes with PowerPoint presentations, but we also always add some additional reading or video material to clarify more about the learning content. Afterwards, students have to participate in a quiz in which they have to show that they actually read the material, that they grasped the material, what it was about. Yeah? In the 5th step, we offer for each module an online reflection moment. Yeah? This is a date we agree on from the start, and this is a moment where students will see each other in the community and where they can ask particular questions regarding the learning content to the professor. Yeah? Finally, they have to participate in an assignment where they actually have to apply what they have learned in the learning material, and mostly they have to apply this in their own context, because we are working with students from all over the world. So it's important that, for example, students from Pakistan apply the learning material in their own context. Following, how can students pass for these MOOCs? Because not everybody will have the skills to actually do it like that. So therefore the evaluation works like this. First, there's a practical part. Yeah, this consists out of, like I explained, doing the quizzes, participating in individual and collaborative assignments, but also like active participation during these online discussion moments. Yeah. If they pass for this assignment, this leads up to Certificate 1, we call it. Yeah. Certificate 1 gives students access to the second part, and this is the theoretical part. So this is only for students who have the aspiration to subscribe for our master program. They need to participate in an oral exam, which is before the start of the academic year, that they literally show and prove that it was, first of all, it was them who actually did the MOOC, but also that they understood the material. Yeah? When they have Certificate 1 and 2, as you can see, they will eventually pass this course. So if we look at the rewarding part, when they complete a module, students earn a badge. Yeah? When they complete all 6 modules, they earn Certificate 1 for the practical part. Afterwards, when they complete the oral exam, they earn Certificate 2. Yeah? When students then finally want to subscribe for the master program, When they have certificate 1 and certificate 2, they earn a credit which has the value of 6 ECTS. Yeah, so this is quite rewarding to actually participate and do the assignments. Following, I'm going to show a bit more about this scenario. First of all, I'm going to quickly show, like, okay, we are working here on Open Education, which is a free MOOC platform from Blackboard. Therefore, you can find this particular course by Googling, and it's the course Transport Systems and Transport Policy. Further on in the presentation, you will find a link how you can actually get to this. Following, when they finally log in, they arrive at the home page, where you can see on the left side, it's a typical learning like in a learning environment, like announcements, welcome page, who are the instructors, what are the particular modules, how to get to tests and certain things. Okay, then when they do that, they get to see the video which I've just showed you, the welcome to the MOOC on Transportation Sciences and Policy, and then they go over to the modules. On the left side you can see the modules, and afterwards, yeah, you see various links. On the left side you can see that 6 modules are listed up, and as such they can go easily to the learning material. Through announcements, we can say like, okay, we expect you to hand in that assignment over then. We expect you to provide feedback at this certain stage, but also just quick reminders like, hey, the new module is online, so you can find all the material over there. Here's an overview of the 6 modules and also the start when they are actually launched. You can see some topics: transport resistant factors, urban planning, traffic safety, something about travel behavior, policy assessment, and also impact of mobility on environmental issues. The 6th module is the one which I'm going to be showing you a bit more so you can see. Below you can see the dates that we have actually agreed on students when there will be an online video discussion, as I said before, where they can ask questions about the learning material. If there was something they didn't grasp, the teacher can explain more. If it was still not sufficient, the teacher can provide some additional an instructional video to explain a certain topic. These are a few of the professors. There are in total 6 modules. There were 5 professors, so that they at least know who is responsible in the course and who they can contact if they have more questions. First of all, we also like to start off by letting them participate in a questionnaire, so it also gives us more an idea about who are we actually dealing with. It's important that we have more or less an indication about, okay, what is the range, what is their professional background, how did they end up here particularly. But also, in the next slide, we also are very interested in what type of user they are. As you can see, type 1 is more like a passive spectator, is somebody who just by accident arrived at the MOOC and is just interested in the material, but who is not really interested in getting earning badges or getting a certificate at the end. While on the other hand, if we look at type 5, this is an active master. We expect from active masters, for example, that they learn all the topics, that they contribute, that they do all the quizzes, that they participate in feedback, but this is all in function of receiving a certificate at the end. So therefore, I believe it is important that from the start we know what type of enroller you are, what type of MOOC participant you will be. Here is some pictures about people who are currently in the MOOC. As you can see, we have people from Canada, Uganda, China, Eastern Europe, Austria, literally from everywhere in the world. And we always ask them to upload a picture of themselves, so at least we also have a bit of an idea who is behind it. And this also helps us to create some kind of community feeling that they are not alone, because this is something in distance learning education what is quite important, that students don't feel alone on a deserted island where they have to do a lot of work on themselves and without any support. Okay, so there's also a forum where students can ask questions, for example, as you can see here, about the length of the assignment. And we try to answer as soon as possible. The good thing, of course, on the forum is that all questions and all answers are available for all MOOC participants. So literally, we develop some kind of database with a question answer where they can get some information. Okay, afterwards, there's also in the MOOC some information. Yeah, okay, what if you decide to become a master in transportation science? They can find a video about how it works. Yeah, this is for master students. The following one is for PhD students because, of course, our institution also attracts PhD students from all over the world who want to do research about transportation science. Yeah. As I explained earlier, today I'm gonna go a bit more into detail into Module 6, which was about the impact of mobility on environmental issues. Yeah, I'm gonna illustrate this as an example because every module is built up with the same scenario. As I said, every video starts with a teaser video in which we illustrate the particular topic. So therefore, I'm gonna show you this video.
Why a technologically imperfect transport system has arisen? What is required from a political economy perspective to implement new technologies to decrease the negative impacts of transport? Why it is so difficult for governments to change an imperfect transport system? Well, in this module, I will explain you about the negative impacts of mobility on our environment. My name is Ansar Yasar. I am a professor at the Transportation Research Institute at Hasselt University. My main field of expertise include intelligent transport systems, agent-based transport modeling, and exploiting new modes of transport. Transport technology progress has often lowered transport resistance and thereby increased traffic volumes. People these days would like to plan their daily activities using a number of transport modes based on their own perceived level of comfort. Transport and environment are inseparable while computing the drawbacks of our modern day transport systems. We will focus on three main environmental issues associated with transportation, namely air pollution, noise pollution, and increasing road traffic incidents. The choice that people generally make often do not take these negative issues into account. This phenomena is clearly represented in the three market model, where activities, traffic, and travel patterns are intertwined. We will show you how to reduce these negative impacts by use of future or current vehicle or infrastructure-based technology with examples from the developed part of the world. We will also help trigger your thought process to see how you can adapt these solutions for your part of the world or your region. To finish this module, you will need to show that you understand the negative impacts of mobility on the environment and the possible technological countermeasures that can be applied. You will need to show what you have learned in an individual assignment that will be explained in one of the next instructional videos. Are you still excited and interested in knowing more about the different types of solutions used worldwide to tackle the negative impacts of mobility on the environment? If your answer is yes, then let's go to the rest of this module.
So this was the introduction movie. Afterwards, we always make a small connection that students know, like, okay, this particular topic has connection with these, and these courses in the actual master program because it is an introductory course. This page is about the video which I just showed you. The next one is an introduction. So where I said like we would like to trigger students that we try to find some connections with their particular learning environment. And this is usually done through a documentary or a small video. Following is the actual learning content. And as you can see, like at the top part, we always have the presentations which are uploaded in PDF. And then we have additional papers which students need to read related to the topic. Also, videos can be added, more papers can be included. The second part, exactly the same as you can see, there are presentations, which we always try to keep quite not too elaborate, so it becomes doable. And we always provide some additional reading material, like here, transport and the environment. This part as well, we add some additional videos, so about emissions, use of ITS for emission control, and additional video material. Now, after the learning content, students have to prove that they actually understood the material, and therefore it's quiz time. Yeah? In a quiz, for example, as you can see here, is a question why a technological imperfect transport system has arisen. Yeah? These are 4 possible answers. These questions are always randomized, the answers as well. And they just have to show like, okay, I have read the material and that's why I'm able to complete this test successfully. After that, we always provide an online video discussion moment. This one was scheduled on the 20th of December. And therefore, this is we always work with Google Hangout, where students can ask questions. And as you can see below, on the right side, there's always a chat version, because as you know, if there's too many people inside a Google Hangout or a Skype conversation, the quality is really low. So we always ask students to mute their sound and switch off their video unless they're talking. Yeah? And on the right side, they can always post questions. After that, we also have assignments, and these assignments, students are asked, the first assignment is it's a mixed group of 2 or 3 individuals where they have to make mind maps. Yeah? So they get instructions how to make a mind map and what is expected from them. We also always try to give them some examples so they see what we literally expect. Yeah? It helps, especially with foreign students. It's important to show them what we actually expect from them. Yeah? The second, this is another example of a mind map. This one is made with Xmind. Yeah? The second part of the assignment, students will be required to adapt to what they have learned, to apply this into a different context. Yeah, here the regions to choose are North America, Central Europe, and South of Asia. Yeah, so what types of fuel are used in your country of choice for motorized transportation? Make a list of pros and cons related to the environment. Yeah, so this is an example of an assignment that students have to do. Also, we provide then again once an example of a submission that they can see, okay, pro, contra, references are necessary, that they have an idea about what we expect. Finally, when students submit these assignments, we as instructors have a clear overview about particular students who submitted assignments regarding to the different modules, and immediately we can see which are the students which are actually passive spectators and who are not participating in order to earn a certificate. So it's really helpful for us as well to use the Grade Center to give them marks and also to follow up students. Following, because this brings me to the conclusion. Yeah? What we have learned about MOOCs and distance learning is in a way that is beneficial for all. Yeah? And therefore, it's beneficial for the student, because we offer free education for all. Students have the choice to say like, okay, I really want to engage in this because I want to go for a certificate, and that's why I refer to the accreditation, because it can actually earn a credit for it. Yeah? On the other hand, it's also very beneficial for the lecturers, because these MOOCs can be complementary for courses. It shows them exactly what the program will cover, but also what level will be expected to pass this particular program. And then finally, MOOCs are very beneficial for higher education institutions. On one hand for marketing, because we can expose it to the whole world, but also on the other hand for selecting, because you will be able to filter the good students out who are really capable in starting the masters, but also in finishing the masters. Therefore, if you want to know more, this is about how our flyer wants to look like. If you want to go and have a look, you can find the link below. It's just Open Education at Blackboard and just type You Hustled. This brings me to the end of my virtual presentation about the added value of MOOCs in distance education. I hope it was useful for you and that you have learned something about how we at Hasselt University in Belgium think about the added value of MOOCs in distance learning education. Thanks a lot for your attention.